Welcome back, everybody, as we take a little turn today and head on over to Camp Tonsofun. That's what we're going to do. Joining us right now, Jade Catta-Preta, the new host of Ease the Soup and the director of Camp Tonsofun. Hi there, Jade. And from Xfinity TV Kids, let's say hello to Rose Farrales. Thank you guys for joining us. And let me begin with you, Jade. Camp Tonsofun. What is this and how did you become its director?
What is this? What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
So we're all stuck inside. In Xfinity, I partnered on something where we curated a space for kids and adults to kind of pass time and learn and be creative from their own living room. So every single week we have me as a camp director starting it and tail ending it and leading them through different activities like tie-dye or crafts or experiments. There's also some dance challenges, some sports. So it's just a fun way for parents and kids kind of to keep, involved during this weird time. And, I bring a little bit of humor to it so that they feel like a little bit of, familiarity in every episode and they feel like it's kind of a real camp experience.
And Rose, you've got the position and the object for you is to get these kids involved in activities. So give me your part in this and how you planned it all out.
No, absolutely. So I'm a parent. I have a kid whose camp has been canceled or changed in some way, shape, or form. So I'm thinking like that too. I'm going through it too. So, there's all this content out there that's spread apart like potpourri. How can we bring it all together to make it easy for parents to find activities for kids to keep them moving, learning, and creating all summer long? And that's the birth of Camp Tonsofun. And it is tons of fun. And Jade, as the camp director, really weaves in her fantastic energy throughout. And kids can find anything to keep them moving, like how-to guide to set up their own obstacle course, bringing the dinosaurs back to life with magic themed inspired Jurassic World magic tricks, or learn how to draw, in my opinion, the most cutest character, which is a minion. And all of that can be found in Camp Tonsofun. And all folks have to say is summer camp into their X1 voice remote.
Ah, okay. Now that's another thing. This is for the folks at Xfinity, correct?
Yes.
Now, if you don't have that, I don't have that. Is there a way to reach any of this online right now? Or it's just
well, for Xfinity customers, or if you have internet from Xfinity, you can access that on stream as well. It's just, summer camp or Camp Tonsofun. But no matter where you are, whether you're Xfinity customer or not, you can find creative ways to get active, moving with your kids. So we're hoping that for Xfinity customers, just saying summer camp into their voice remote, they'll give them access to all of this fun activities and themed inspired shows to get them learning and moving this summer.
So Jade, first of all, were you a camp counselor? Were you a camper? Did you go to sleepaway? Did you go to date?
I definitely did. Some of my best memories from my childhood are doing crafts with my mom or being at camp and, and doing experiments at school. Like those are all my fun memories where you're kind of getting tricked into learning. And then you're like, wait a minute, I learned. And so it's fun to kind of be a face for that, because with my comedy, there's not a lot of kids tuning in. And so this is a fun way to just reach a whole other demographic and be silly in a whole new way.
So what are the first things that Jade, for you, what are the first things, no comedy club, no soup, we're talking about kids here. So what were you thinking about as you took this on?
Well, it's just honestly, I want to be this big on the soup all the time and they have to reel me in. And so it was just a fun way to just kind of, even for myself, to just kind of let off some energy and just be this big character I've always wanted to be and just be really stupid and silly and kind of bring them in through that way. Because I think that a lot of my spirit is very kid-like. And so, I just wanted to bring that out in hopes that the parents aren't too annoyed and that the kids can relate. And it turned out so cute. I just put up the preview on my Instagram. And all my friends have been just telling me how adorable it all turned out. They did a really good job making it so it's both good for the kids and the parents. Because as Rose will tell you, there's movies she's probably had to watch millions and millions of times with her kid. And so just keeping it fresh and making it good for both parents and kids.
And Rose, this is a tough time for all of us. And, we're here in Southern California, here all of California, stay in, don't go out. And that's all across the country for the most part. So, and for kids, it's a tough thing that you want to go out. So for you as a parent, what's the first thing you think about in getting your kid to be happy inside? Here we are, we're at camp. It's kind of not camp, but it is. So how do you create that environment?
I mean, first and foremost, it's not camp, it may not seem fun. I just want to make sure that my kid feels loved and safe. And that's the mindset that I try to start with every day, and try to lead by example. We're okay. I always like to say, you can't fill from an empty cup, or you can't fill from an empty pitcher. So if you make sure that you're okay, take time for you, then you can give love and show the example of caring, make sure that they feel safe. I think it starts from there.
And Jade,
yeah, and you know what? We did this all in my living room, so you can do it in your living room too. We literally shot this in my 1-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles, and just a little fake grass really did the job. So you can kind of incorporate those things and make it feel like camp even inside the house.
by the way, what Rose just said, and it's very important. You can't start from an empty cup. Do you understand that? You can't start from an empty cup. And as you can see, this cup is a special one because it goes right to your other show. And if we can just talk for a second, Jade, about the soup, that comes back when?
It's coming back super soon, sooner than we all even expect, I promise. And we have some new stuff coming around the corner, so it should be fun. I'm just ready to get back up and make people laugh. We just need a little bit of an escape right now. I think that's really important to keep our minds healthy when all this stuff is happening around us.
And that brings me to both of you on what this medium, the internet, television, doing this, what does it mean to the kids and to you, the communication, being able to have all of this in your life?
Rose, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Well, I mean, for me personally, shooting this was just such an incredible experience. Just getting to connect with kids, I think, is really super important because they're obviously the future, and we want things to be different in the future. But also, it's just exciting to see the world adapt. In this time of need, we're kind of growing our necks so we can reach the fruit above, and so that means a lot to be part of innovation and creativity in a hard time.
And Rose, for you, what's all of this media stuff been for you and your child?
Just another way to connect. We may not be able to go outside, but if we're at home and experiencing this together in a new way on this new medium, as long as we're together and healthy.
And I'm gathering you got to be able to be goofy, both of you. But Jade, you've got a head start on this. Goofiness. Goofiness, I've talked to you in person, is a specialty. What have been some of the fun things that you've enjoyed putting on the air for the kids?
Oh man, I mean, they let me be a lot freer than I even thought I would get to be. They let me improvise every chance that I got. So just being like really goofy and really physical, which is something I don't really get to be on the soup. Just kind of getting to be a little more active with my hands and just being a little bit of a bigger personality. And so that's kind of, I don't know. I hope that kind of inspires kids to kind of be creative and go into that direction. Not stand up. Don't do stand up. Do anything else. But yeah,
I want to confirm that point. Sorry to talk over you, but I can't reiterate Jade's energy and just her whole outlook. You can feel it throughout Camp Tonsofun. It is fantastic. She is an outstanding camp director. So kids will have a lot of fun. And I feel because with this, she's speaking to kids and, it's geared more towards kids, you really feel that energy. Feel it through the television, and it's weaved throughout. Kids are going to respond to her positively. I'm like, I have a focus group of 1 and he loved it. So I really hope that kids will continue, and I feel like they will because she's just that good.
Oh, Rose, thank you.
And two final questions. One, how do you keep, in this really insane time for everybody, but certainly for kids, how do you keep them focused, and how do you keep them with a sense of security? How do you convey that to them?
I don't know if there's a right answer to that, because I think we're all figuring it out right now.
As we go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a dog named Cheryl, so I'll speak to that. No, I'm kidding. I think, yeah, we're all figuring it out. I think we're all figuring out as we go. I mean, none of us are the leading expert in, knowing how to proceed. But I think that as long as we're kind of connected, which is, this gives us a great chance to be, and we're using all our resources in that way, I think we'll be okay.
And finally, how long does this go? You show up, and how long are the camp hours?
Well, that's the beauty of Camp Tonsofun, because you can breeze through it in a couple of days if you want, or you can have your own camp curriculum where if you want to concentrate on sports today, you can do that, or tomorrow you want to do arts and crafts. So, or you can say, okay, we're going to do the entire thing in 2 hours. There's so much for everyone. It's not just, okay, it's just 2 hours of camp content. I feel like there's more than 2,000 hours of camp content in here. So all you have to do is say summer camp into your X1 voice remote, and it's all there. One-stop shop.
And will this get interactive at all?
Sports, everything.
Is this going to get
Sorry, say that
interactive
again?
at all? Are kids going to be able to meet kids? Is this going to get interactive at all? Is it going to be a group Zoom or something like that?
In that sense, no, but they will be interacting when they get inspired to move, to dance, to do experiments, make tie-dye, and, of course, see Jade, their camp director, throughout everything.
Yeah, and we've also been really encouraging for them to share the activities and kind of share their final product. And I'll be looking out for the hashtag. We say it in every episode, hashtag Camp Tonsofun, and that way we can kind of be connected through social media, which is kind of the way of the future, obviously. And they can feel like, look what I did, and kind of post it like it's their virtual refrigerator.
All right, it's a virtual summer camp. Everybody is invited, as you would say. Just come on along.
Yeah.
And Rose, if you can, I want you to see as a goal for this summer to bring Jade out of her shell. To just get her to open up and be out there. Hey, you guys are terrific. Great idea.
Oh, thanks. You're always great.
Have a great time. We'll see you at Camp Tonsofun. Of course, Jade, we'll see you coming soon on the Soup on E. And thank you guys. Have tons of fun at Camp Tonsofun.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.